Hello, 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 Facebook, and hopefully at some point YouTube. Welcome to the group. It's Sunday. I'm doing a live. I've got some channeling going on. I've got some content coming in, and I'm going to share with you. So hello, Kim. So it's coming up soon on the forgiveness ceremony. So, oh, you want to join the video? Are you sure, Kim? Hello, Sharon. Okay, let's see if we can add Kim to the video. Okay, why is it? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're live.
Hi.
Can you see me?
I did audio only.
You did audio only. Okay. All right. How are you today, Kim?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, really good. So we're on here today because I am going to be hosting the second forgiveness ceremony. Hello, Kelly. So in September 10th, it's going to be a full moon. And full moons are great opportunities for releasing, for starting new journeys, letting go, all of that. And so I was thinking about the dialogue that I used the last time when I did the forgiveness ceremony. And maybe there's some people out there, and just comment if you can relate, that you're not quite sure even what forgiveness is, what a forgiveness ceremony is, what forgiveness means, how crucial and how essential and how it can benefit your life. And you don't even have to be in a spiritual journey or a faith-based journey. You can just, be trying to survive and thrive out there, folks. But it was a major assignment for me when I did surrender to this spiritual lifestyle. And as I have noticed and grown in my journey, I have noticed that there's always things that I need to be releasing, letting go, and working on accepting. And one of them is forgiveness. And so we're going to do it. I think this is the second one. I think the last one we did was January or February. So it is September 10th. It is free. It is at our house, just outside of Bloomer, Wisconsin. It's going to start at 6:45 sharp, and it's on a full moon. And if the weather provides, we will have a little social hour. So BYO beverages, if you'd like. We will continue the socializing aspect of it, because when we did it in January, February, it was a little cold. We were able to do the fire part of the ceremony outside, which is the really cool part. That's where a lot of the leftover of the releasing happens if you don't read your letter, and we'll get into that. So what a lot of people don't, and maybe if anybody that is watching this later, please vouch and please comment. So how we get there, how we actually get to the forgiveness part, how we actually come up with what you want to say, and do you even know that you need a forgiveness ceremony? Yes, everybody should and indeed want to practice forgiveness. So the content just came to me today, and I wrote down like some steps, and these are just steps that I feel in order can be incorporated before the forgiveness and after, and then you just keep repeating. You just repeat it whenever you need, folks, because once you start dealing with your shit, you make room for more shit, and that's where the growing, that's where the expanding, that's where all the alignment and the full potentiality of your existing on this planet as a human being, and we're here. Why not be happy? Why not provide and accept why we are here as a collective? Okay, so I believe that the first thing to get to this forgiveness part of your life is self-aware. Now, what does that mean? Self-aware is actually just kind of how I would classify it as taking time for yourself. Being self-aware of what's going on in your body, how you react to certain situations, how you react to certain comments or conversations, or how you react to your certain emotions. Just be self-aware, be mindful, look inside. I wrote something quite a while ago, and I recently came upon it. If you've been following me, that's been happening a lot. So a lot of my past automatic writing entries have been popping up in my life, either through pictures that I have saved them on in my phone or rummaging through things. So, and I don't dismiss anything. So it's called looking inward. So if you can find it on the reels or find it on this page, or it's also on my Tanya Lajes Tomasevich private Facebook page, it's also there. So that's looking inward. And that's just basically kind of dialing in and doing a like self-care, self-check. How do I feel lately? Doing an inventory. And it's interesting if you're having a hard time with that, because I have realized that and in my clients and in myself that, you know, we don't allow ourselves to feel. And because we are so busy, and because of how we're past programmed and how that might look to feel a certain way. So get rid of all that and really dive in and look at yourself and do some inventory. And it's interesting because sometimes I have to ask my husband, you know, sometimes I have to kind of cue him and go, hey, how am I reacting lately? Like, how am I behaving? Like, can you critique me? You know, I need a little like, husband wife assessment, you know, what is it, the parent teacher conferences. I need a little inner self conference lately, so can you help me with that? Or if you don't want to ask your husband, ask a friend, or if you're close to like your parents, or a mentor or a boss, or just somebody really close that kind of knows when you are shifting. That is a great way to you know, because we're a lot on autopilot, and that person might see you differently and might be afraid that you're not aware of it, and might be afraid that, you know, they approach you and you might react a different way. So use your outside resources, and be mindful of what we say. There are power in words, and I've pulled some cards here, and I'm looking for some inventory ones. Okay, so become your soul, not your role. Who are you at your core? You are not the role you play in life or the many hats you wear. You are much more than that. Journal what you think you are at your core. What do you value? What matters most to you? So those are some of the things that you can, if you do journal, or if you do just process it in your head, there are power in the words. So take that time to really ask yourself, how am I feeling lately? Like, check in and write them down. There's power in words. Hello, Brianna. Hello, Sharon. So it starts with within. It starts with you. And kind of ask yourself and really be mindful of when you're reacting about your day, and ask yourself, oh, you know, how did that make me feel? Is that how I want to react? How did I make that person feel how I reacted? You know, was it rageful? Was it not kind? Was it dishonest? Was it disrespectful? Bring all that in. And take some inventory. And I have another one. This is one called Be Bold. And these are all cards that I just kind of randomly, as I was just kind of going through the deck, for some content to say, because I didn't want to go online, and you know, these are more personable. So this one says, be bold. Stand in your power. Your time to shine is now. It has to start with you. Now is your time to take your life in your hands and be who you are ready to step into. Who is the person you want to be? Show up as her now. So, and allowed to feel. I feel that there are so many circumstances and past programming, and even past life experiences and programming from our past life that contribute to the way the way we think and the way our belief systems. So really ask yourself, how do I feel? How do I want to feel? Write them down. So that's self-aware, self-care, look inside. The next part is journaling or meditate. I believe if you have been following me, you know that I really, 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 really push the journaling and the meditation. They go hand in hand, I believe. There's power in words and there's power in meditation, because meditation was hard for me. And I know that you're all thinking that right now, or not all of you, but I know I can feel it. I can tap in. I can hear people going, I don't like to meditate. I can't sit still. I don't have time. Well, do you have time to be on your phone? Do you have time to watch your favorite movie? If you have time to brush your teeth, you have time to meditate. And there are many different ways to meditate. Let's get that out of the way. Some of you may just take a walk out in nature. That is powerful. The world, all the trees, all the flowers, all the birds, every little thing is part of the universe, and they're here for a reason. Those are where the signs come from when we are out in nature. So take those shoes off. Go walk in the grass. Go in the beach. Go on the sand. Go find like a cool, safe place where you can appreciate, the outdoors, because that's where it's at. That's where we can kind of tap in. It's out there, the universe, it's just everywhere. I could go on and on and on with this. You might meditate that way. You might meditate by journaling. I automatic write. I was given the ability, I believe, I found out this in my journey now, but I was given the ability way back when that I can automatic write. If you don't know what automatic writing is, it's basically a form of a meditative state. And you are getting words and phrases, and you just you can't stop. You just write them down, and the words are just coming in so fast. Sometimes my hand hurts because they are coming in so fast. And sometimes I wish I had like a recorder so that I could actually say them as I'm writing them down, because they're coming in so fast, and I'm a fast talker. I think I can talk faster than I write, but there is power in the words. Spirit, higher source, whatever, it kind of works through my hand, and there's power in putting the pen to the paper. Google it, try it. So there's that. And then there's lots of ways to try self-guided meditation. I have just been channeled some content, and I want you to stay tuned because I have to find a way to get it into a track. But I have been given the words and the phrases and the messages to for this meditation track, and it's using the 5 senses. It's super cool. I tested it out on I gave a client a little teaser the other day. So Kate, if you're on here, you can vouch for that. I gave her just a little taste. She didn't get the whole, I think it might be like 30 or 40 minutes, but stay tuned. That is in the works. I just have to find the time to record it. So based on that, you can find guided meditations. They're all over. They're on Spotify. They're on YouTube. They're on any kind of Zen spa platform that you can find, and a lot of them are free. I know Spotify is free, Pandora is free, YouTube is free, and there's many different guided meditations out there. So if you're looking for self-awareness, type in self-awareness guided meditation. I mean, frick, there's an app to drink water. Back in my fitness days, my coach was like, yeah, you need to get the water in. And I'm like, how am I supposed to remind myself to drink water? And I'm like, oh, I bet there's an app. There was. It's an app, how to drink enough water for the day. Okay, so if you're ever wondering if there's a water app, there's a water app. It was actually kind of cool. It was very helpful. So there is an app for your specific need of the meditation that you are looking for. If you still can't find it, please reach out to me, and I will take the time to find a couple meditation tracks and I will even try them out before I actually give them to you. All right, so we are up to the forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is giving up on the hope that the past could be any different. That works. We get into grace, acceptance, and boundaries and gratitude. So have all those in mind, because those are implemented kind of after the forgiveness ceremony and how to get there, and after, like, the forgiveness practice. You do not have to come to this forgiveness ceremony in order to practice forgiveness. If you are uncomfortable with expressing your emotions and what's coming forward, what you would like to forgive in public, you do not have to. If you want the energy, if you want the benefit of the energy that is going to be just exuded at this forgiveness ceremony, because there's lots of energy, folks. There's lots of energy. We had 9 last year, including me and my husband. And it's a safe space. And we're all there for the same reason. We all have the intent of forgiveness. We all commit to being here. So if you are not comfortable hello, Angela. If you are not comfortable reading it out loud, you do not have to. I do not make anybody read their letter. I do recommend, and I do ask you politely, that you do the homework that we are talking about right now, because this is the prep work. This is the prep work. We're preheating this forgiveness ceremony. Bring the letter. You do not have to read it, but we will be burning it. And a lot, if there's anything, okay, so this just came to me, folks. So I'm just going to run with it because I have to get it out. Otherwise, yeah, I start getting kind of dry throated if I don't speak when Spirit tells me to. If you have other things of someone that you need to forgive, say it's an ex or somebody that has hurt you, or maybe you have hurt someone. It can go both ways. Forgiveness starts within. So if you have something that you're holding on to, a trinket or a memento or a letter or a picture of something, bring that as well. And we can also throw that into the fire, and that's part of the letting go. Just putting that out there. It was just came in, so I got to get it out. All right. Let's see. I want to read a card. Okay, so back to the allowing to feel. Emotions are energy in motion. When we suppress our emotions, they can get stuck in our body and show up as physical pain. I talk a lot about this. I think I talked about this on one of my lives, either 2 lives ago, about they get stuck. And when they get stuck in our energies, that's where Reiki and balancing of the chakras come in. Because if you are attuned to the Reiki practice, or if you go to a Reiki practitioner, that's what they will do. That's what they, not only what they do, but that's what they will do, is they will go into each chakra and look for that blocked energy and then ask you, hey, are you experiencing this? Are you experiencing that? Side note, my husband is a Reiki master. So if you would like to see him, he does Reiki sessions at our house, I believe, for $35. So putting that out there. Allow yourself to feel the feelings, even if it feels uncomfortable. Oh, this is so powerful. Hello, Wendy. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get to that point of no return. There's also a live that I did on that powerful live that I did. A lot of messages that were coming in based on this point of no return and how we should get there and how you need to get there. Allow yourself to feel the feelings, even if it feels uncomfortable. It won't last forever. That's like that point of no return. When you get there, you have all this knowledge and all this precedent and all these tips and tools. And you know that when situations come forward and struggles, and if you've watched me, I like to reverse negativity into positive. So struggles, I believe, are opportunities to grow and to learn. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. Even if it feels uncomfortable, it won't last forever, I promise. Feel it to heal it. Oh my God, I'm going to underline that, folks. Feel it to heal it. I love it. See, there was a reason why I pulled some of these cards. All right. Talked about that. Fear. Let's talk about fear, because we'll go back to the self-aware. That I believe was my first step. Fear is a liar. It is important to know that most of us think we are not enough or we are too much. You are not alone in feeling this way. Most of us also feel scared of trying new things, terrified of life not working out, or afraid we won't succeed. If you are feeling any of these, you are normal. I am here to tell you that these are fears, but they are not true. That's way of ego. Ego likes to control. We need ego. Ego is our place that makes us feel safe and lets us know that, hey, this might not feel so right, but we do not let ego control every situation in our life. It's there for a reason, but it doesn't control every situation in our life. Are you going to let fear dictate your life? Or are you willing to step into your greatness? Name your fears. Write them down. What are they? Have a releasing ceremony. Da, da, da. Hello. Tear up the page or burn it safely. If you feel afraid, confront your fears. That's why we need to do a forgiveness ceremony. Oh, so when we talked about power in the words, that was the second step. Journal or meditate. Try to find who that is, who and what and why you may need to practice, to go to practice forgiveness or to come to this forgiveness ceremony. Power in words. One way to show yourself love is to practice speaking kind and loving words to yourself and others. Words hold energy. That's true. There's a lot of power in words. Let's see, we did that. Oh, so we're at the forgiveness. So I'm going to read the forgiveness. Forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive? Is it yourself or another? We are all doing the best we can with the knowledge we know. By forgiving, we set ourselves free from the past. I like that. I like that. So then at the forgiveness ceremony, if you have done your prep work, if you have been self-aware and you have wrote down some of the things, how you're feeling, some of your blockages, and you wrote them all down, and now you've got your letter of if you're going to forgive yourself and or if you're going to forgive someone else, you've got your letter. And that's on September 10th. So what happens is at the forgiveness ceremonies, there's a little social. We kind of say how we would like to feel when we leave, because there's a reason why you're there. And then we kind of introduce ourselves, and I have some dialogue that I say. I read my letter. We all take turns. And if you feel comfortable, like I said before, you do not have to read your letter. You can just have it in your hand and you can read it in your head when we come to you. Then we do a little prayer, and we go out to the fire and we burn it. So what do I need to release? Because sometimes there are releasing of tears, and sometimes some anger comes out in these ceremonies, and that's great. We allow that. We allow that. When we release and let go, we naturally allow the universe to provide more flow to us. That's what I was talking about. When we release our shit, we make room for more shit to be released. Do you need to release a thought or a belief that is no longer serving you? Inhale and exhale. Let go and lean into the trust. Trust in your gut. Journal what you are ready to let go. The wisdom of our souls know the way. Trust in it. Ooh, that's powerful. So after the forgiveness ceremony, then we will go around and we will kind of say, how do you feel now? And I haven't had one person that says, oh, I feel worse. I feel like shit. Even the ones that did not read their letter also they also feel like a little light and lifted and a little more peace. So what does the feeling of freedom feel like to you? What does it look like? Ask yourself, where in your life do you want to feel more freedom? Where are you currently feeling free? What do you need to let go? What do you want more of? Today I set myself free. I let go of what no longer serves me and move in the direction of what I want. These are all like little tips that I'm throwing out there, folks, so that you can ask yourself when you do your self inventory. All right. I wanted to read this one. Okay, so I will. So if you're kind of him-hawing and you're watching this video, or if you watched it a little bit and you got to watch it later, or you're thinking, this isn't for me, I'm going to ask you this. What excuses am I making? There are always going to be distractions, worry, and fears that we'll face when wanting something different in our lives. It can feel scary living in the unknown and not knowing exactly how life will unfold when we leap into something new. This might be something new for you guys, actually admitting how we feel and admitting it in front of maybe some strangers. Trust that you'll be fully supported and do it afraid. Show up shaking, you know. My girlfriend that did these cards, that I love that card when it comes up. Show up shaking. Do it. Get to that point of no return, because then you're going to be able to do it again. And you're going to have the tips and the tools and the strength and the courage and the balls to do that again, to do that if that comes up again, or a new opportunity to grow. See, I caught myself. I was going to say struggle. For that new opportunity to grow and to expand and to learn. Take one small action step today to build momentum and confidence. Trust in yourself. You can do this. You can do a forgiveness ceremony. So if you are really, really, really nervous about doing it in a social kind of environment, I can give you the tips and tricks and some words and phrases, and we can actually work together on this. I can kind of maybe use some oracle cards. We can maybe implement that into a oracle card reading, and we can do it just between you and I, or I can guide you through doing it on your own. I will provide that too if you do not want to do the group setting, but you're very interested in actually taking the steps and doing it, but you just don't want to do it in that social setting. I will do that for you. That will not be for free though. Okay, just saying that. My one-on-ones will not be for free for forgiveness ceremony. So after the forgiveness ceremony, I usually check in with people after that, because that's that's a lot to do, especially if people have never really allowed themselves to feel feelings before. And maybe new feelings will arise as you read your letter or as you hear other people reading their letter. First thing, give yourself grace. We are not perfect. We are not meant to be perfect. We are here to change, to evolve, to expand, to ascend. We're not here to be perfect. Even robots and computers are not perfect, So we can't even rely on technology to be perfect. So don't rely on yourself to be perfect. Just rely on yourself to be self-aware and mindful, and allow yourself to change and to evolve and to learn. Change, allow, learn. Acceptance. After the forgiveness ceremony, a lot of people experience, including myself, they feel more that they're accepting that this is the way it is. This is my past. It does not have to dictate my future reactions, my future relationships. I can learn from it. And then boundaries. I have also talked about boundaries. It's either in the YouTube video or a live from the Intuitive Mind group. So I'm going to read the boundaries card. Boundaries. I am kind, loving, and have clear boundaries, because it is important for me to love and respect myself and you. So we need to practice boundaries with ourselves. What are some of the things that we are no longer allow ourselves? Like, are you going to allow yourself to have these thoughts? Are you going to allow yourself to switch that negativity to positivity? Maybe you need to step out of a conversation with certain someones, maybe you need to leave certain relationships. That's really hard. I have had to do that in my journey, but honestly, looking like hindsight is 2020, and looking back at it, those people in my lives, I look at it now, it's like they didn't benefit me then. They did not contribute to the well-being of my life and to my emotion. So I feel like after that was let go, like that relationship, that friendship, whatever, that social acquaintance was let go, I really wasn't getting anything from that relationship. So I made room for my energy to go into other relationships or into my current relationships, and more emotions and more connectivity to my current relationships. Does that make sense? Do my current boundaries feel clear? Do I need to redefine my boundaries? Write them out. Oh, watch the boundaries video, because I talk about how to categorize the people in your life that deserve your energy, and how to prioritize who gets what amount and when. It kind of sounds like really kind of like a kickball team, like, oh, she's not very good. It's Get out of that mindset, because it's not really judging that way. It's basically prioritizing your energy for who is going to prioritize their energy back for you. Watch the video. It's hard to explain. I am grateful for this experience. I respect and love myself and others. Boundaries. So we talk about boundaries. And if you need to set boundaries after this forgiveness ceremony, that's a great time to start implementing boundaries, so you don't like revert and don't repeat those bad behaviors. And because forgiveness is for you first. And forgiveness, and what you learn at the ceremony, and you learn by all the prep work and all the releasing, is you learn that when those thoughts do come forward, or situations come forward, you have the ability to just go, I accepted the past. That's who they are in the past. It doesn't dictate me now. It's not going to dictate me in the future. That's part of forgiveness. That's part of having grace for yourself. That's part of acceptance, creating boundaries. All right. So I'm going to read the Let It Go card. And then we're going to talk about gratitude. Let go, let flow. Control, for the most part, is an illusion when we can't control other people, places, things. But we can control how we respond to them. What if everything that feels out of control is unfolding for your highest growth? Pain on purpose, folks. Pain on purpose. What lesson is here for you to learn about yourself? I am fully supported. I can let go of worry and trust in life. Let it go, let flow. All right. So we are at the gratitude part. So let's recap. How to get to forgiveness. Self-aware, look inside, be mindful of what we say, how we react, allow yourself to feel. Journal and meditate. Find some words. There's power in words. Then you come to the forgiveness ceremony, and that's where all the magic happens. Then you take everything else up to that, and you practice grace, acceptance, set some boundaries or redefine existing boundaries. And then we come to gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest forms of self-care. It raises our vibration and shifts our energy. Name 3 things that make you smile. Make this a visceral exercise. What do each of these things smell like? What do they feel like? What does it taste like? I am grateful for this experience. I am full of greatness. I am surrounded by beauty, and I am fully supported. So there is a gratitude gratitude video that I posted a while ago. I think if you go into the group and go to topics and look for the hashtag, I believe you'll find it under gratitude. Gratitude. Sometimes we need to practice this every day in a gratitude journal, and it really kind of helps you sleep. Honestly, if you go to bed at night and your mind is just racing, try this one little step. So get out a notebook, and there's power from the pen to the paper, folks, and write down some of the things that you are grateful for yourself. Start with yourself. That will also, if you get stuck in any of these steps, feel free to jump to the gratitude, because that might help you realize of things that you need to let go and forgive. It's weird how that gives more perspective when we actually start to put the pen to the paper and write down what we are grateful for. So start with things like yourself. I've been doing that, and I kind of started really broad, just like I'm grateful for my bed, and I'm grateful for my job, and I'm grateful for my relationships. But then I just wasn't getting the full effect. So then I dial it in, and I'm just doing like, what am I grateful for about myself? What do I like about myself? What are my attributes? What are my talents? And just writing all them things down, it does help with self-confidence and self-esteem, 100%. And then the last one is da, 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 repeat, because we are humans and because we are evolving and shifting, and we have all kinds of outer resources and influences, and we have inner influences, and as we grow and we shift and we make room, we are constantly transforming and evolving and shifting, and there's going to be new stuff that comes up. There's probably going to be old stuff that comes up. And so practice makes permanent, folks. Practice what you preach and preach what you practice. I try to implement that here on this group. I try to preach what I practice and practice what I preach. All right. Self-aware, journal, meditate, come to the forgiveness ceremony, and then we go through grace, acceptance, boundaries, gratitude, repeat. If you have any questions regarding any of the content that I expressed in this live, please do not hesitate to privately reach out or ask in the comments, or you can text me. Once again, the forgiveness ceremony is September 10th at approximately 7:45 at our house, in our garage, or if it's really nice outside, we might just sit outside. But in January, February, we kind of started it in the garage. It is free right now, and you get a little gift. You get a little gift if you come. And if there's anybody that wants to stick around, it's BYOB. So if you want to bring alcoholic beverages or non-alcoholic beverages, it's a safe space. So we will keep you safe. And there are no judgment. No judging. We might point and giggle, but that's all in friendship. All right, reach out. The event is on the Intuitive Minds Already Know. And one last thing, I would like to expand the audience, and I know you do too. So go on YouTube, and I believe I did actually share the YouTube channel on the Intuitive Minds Already Know Facebook page. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Intuitive Minds Already Know. That way, that will give us a broader audience, and we can plant more seeds and make more connections as a collective. Isn't that wonderful? All right, folks, reach out, share this video, join YouTube, get your friends to join the group, get them to join YouTube, and bring them to the forgiveness ceremony. Please, 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 if you are coming to the forgiveness ceremony, I like to have head count, so I know how much literature to have, how many of the freebies that I'm giving out, and for snacks, okay? And for parking as well. I love you all. Thanks for watching. See you later.